think that the idea of connecting gaming with making, it's one of the key features of 3D printing. I mean, we're empowering users to have a 3D printing at home, the idea of the prosumer, right? A producer, a consumer that becomes a producer. I think that that idea is really interesting, and the fact that gaming technology is also bringing the power to people to just design whatever they want, right? If you combine those two things together, you have a disruptive technology, one that could actually enable anybody to just create parts, really kind of redesign the world around you.
Here is a line of 3D printed jewelry I designed. It's called Lace. Within the Lace line, I have necklaces as well as earrings and rings. What is amazing about 3D printing technology in general, if you look at some of the designs, all these have interlocking kind of chains, and if you go through, let's say, like a traditional jewelry making process, you would have to build each individual chains and assemble it individually. Where a necklace like this with, so many chains, it's actually printed as one piece. So something that would have taken maybe a month to do in a kind of traditional jewelry making, it would take 50 hours to print.
The prototype we're looking at here is called the Stratasys chair. It's a 3D printed multi-orientation rocking chair, so it basically sits upright as a rocker or horizontal as a lounge. It is produced with Stratasys' multi-material 3D printing process, which basically allows us to explore what we're talking about as Stratasys, which is a biological process that looks at the redistribution of material properties in a gradient manner. And so what we have is a sort of gradient of not only scale and size and aperture and density in this 3D mesh, but also in terms of color and rigidity, in terms of the blue being where it goes rigid and then the white where it goes soft.
And so in my design studio a few years, 4 years ago, I started to say, well, let's save some time on the manual model making and let's use what I've been using for about 10 years, the 3D printer. But it was somewhat innovative to actually print the whole building and have students learn how they have to make well-formed models at a certain scale. And what that third pedestal really shows is a series of fairly complex design computing techniques. You'll see sort of scripted techniques for 3D Voronoi, which is a packing geometry. You'll see smooth surfaces. You'll see Delaunay meshes, etc. These are all sort of these technical terms. But at the end of the day, the students use the machines to completely print a building at a certain scale.